Hi, and welcome to episode 16 of Crystal T Knits. This is a knitting crochet podcast. My name is Tara. I'm coming to you from White Plains, New York. You can follow me on Instagram and Ravelry at Crystal T Knits. I also have a Ravelry group called Crystal T Knits where you can get the show notes, join in on CALs, and giveaways. So don't forget to join up for that and also subscribe to this podcast on YouTube. If you're a new viewer, thank you so much for checking it out. If you're an old viewer, thank you for coming back. So first things first, I had my baby, yay! And I ended up having the C-section much earlier than I was supposed to because I got cholestasis. So because of that, I ended up having him almost a month earlier. So that was a little fun. So I needed to cast on something that was a very easy knit, and I had to do it fast because I had to go to the hospital so quickly. So basically what I cast on, I did two projects. One was the Twinkle Twinkle blanket by Helen Stewart of Curious Handmaids. And the other one was her Quill Shawl. So the first one I'm going to show you is the blanket. I am using a needle of US 7 4.5 millimeters. And I am using Knit Picks yarn, the Gloss DK. And it is 70% merino wool, 30% silk, 123 yards. Basically, the colorway I'm using is Twinkle, and when I bought this, I was trying to find an aqua colorway. I was having a really hard time trying to find aqua and DK. So when I bought this and I was using it, it was bothering me a little bit because I always say my son's signature color is green. So that I was knitting this for my second son, it was annoying me a little bit because I always make a lot of stuff for Nikki with green. And then when my son Justin was born, I saw his color complexion, and I realized that he would look really good in these two colors. A Winter's Night, which is like a royal blue, and then the border I'm going to do black. The reason why I'm doing this is I named both my sons after superheroes, the middle name. My first son is called Clark after Superman because he went through a lot of stuff when he was born, and he's our little Superman that he survived everything. So the whole first year, the doctors had me so scared he was going to die. So, now this son is actually named after my favorite superhero, Dick Grayson. So his middle name is his name is Justin Grayson. And Dick Grayson, for all of you that don't know this, was the original Robin, and now he is Nightwing. And the colors of Nightwing are these. So I got really excited when I thought of doing this. I love superheroes, and I love Nightwing. And I just thought it would be so cool to have a blanket like that for him because he is named after Nightwing. So, very excited about that. So now this is being inherited by Nikki. So I'm making this a lot bigger than I'm supposed to. But basically I think you got to do 15 repeats of the pattern for DK and 17 if you did fingerling weight. I'm going to do maybe 19 repeats because I have 8 skeins of the green and I have 3 skeins of a gray color. And I think the green color is sterling. But basically why I'm doing that is my son is 4 years old, so I want to make it bigger. And the original patterns wanted the whole blanket to be in this color. And I decided to do the border in a different color. So that's why I said I'm going to make this as big as possible. Maybe I'll just keep knitting until the 8 skeins are done. I don't know how big that's going to be. And then I'll do the same with Justin's blanket and make them the exact same. This is a very easy pattern to remember. It's basically 6 rows repeat. And you basically just knit the whole thing and then you just have this little star pattern on the 5th row. So I enjoyed doing this in the hospital because I was so tired. It was hard to remember anything. So this was an easy pattern to remember. And then I got my little, from Ginger Snap That, little progress keeper of green arrow. So, and on the back of it sounds, at my core, I wasn't a hero, I was a hunter. I thought that was so cute. And it came with like 2 other stitched, I think an arrow and maybe a bow and arrow it came with. Again, love superheroes. It's what we do in my family. So, this is cute. And every time I knit with superhero things, I think of my son. So, that's a nice little reminder I have. And it's in my Slip Stitch Studio bag for all the little woodland creatures. And another fun thing is my son's bedroom, when I finally get it done, is going to have a lot of foxes. So there's a fox on the back. Ah, love that. Okay. The next cast on I did, where is it? The same exact yarn. Oh, I don't have it here. Give me 1 minute. Let me go get it. Sorry about that. So, same exact yarn in the flamingo colorway, robot, and velveteen. I think, right? Yeah, velveteen. And this is the Quill Shawl from Helen Stewart. I actually finished this one, so this is what it looks like. I haven't had a chance to block it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna block it because of it's quite large as it is, but maybe I will. I don't know. And I like this yarn when you don't block it, it's very thick, and then when you block it, it's very thin. So this is gonna be like for inside the house shawl, and it's so nice and warm and cuddly. But I don't like how this keeps flipping up. That's the only thing. So I might end up blocking it just because the border every minute is flipping up. I don't know, but I loved knitting this. Originally, instead of the gray, I was gonna do it in it was gonna be a dark purple, and then I changed it to the sterling colorway, which I'm gonna use my Twinkle blanket. That's how I ended up deciding to do a border color in that. But I thought that it was too dark compared to the pink, and then I wanted the velveteen to be the darkest color. So I ended up switching it to this. It's bothering me a little bit that's a little bluish tinge. I wish it was more grayish. But I love the pink and the velveteen. I might end up making this again one day. Or maybe use these two colors in a different shawl. Because I really liked the way they looked together. I didn't think I was gonna, and then I ended up liking it. And the funny thing is, like, when I made this shawl, which is my Summer Flies shawl from Donna Griffin, and when I made this, I thought it was too little girly. You know, the colors together, but now I love them together. It's the wrong way. It's the right way. The only thing is this is one of the first things I ever knit, and when I knitted it, the needles were too large, I think, because I didn't understand the gauge. I didn't know you could wet block things, so when I blocked it, I just iron blocked it, and I feel like all the stitches are very spaced out because of it. So I haven't really worn this too much, and now I'm really starting to like these colors together. And I just love the butterflies in this. So I was like, when I was knitting this, I thought of this shawl. I was like, I want to start wearing this again. And I can't wait to wear this. I love this. This is an amazing pattern. I've wanted to do this since last year. So anyone that wants to do a shawl that's very quick and easy to knit, and I carried the yarns up the sides. Was this side I did it? Yeah, I think this side. And you can barely see it, which I loved. I mean, I had to take this apart a couple times to figure out a good way to carry the yarn up. And then once I did, it was like smooth sailing. I think I ended up tearing this part about like 3 or 4 times. But once I did it, it flew off the needles. It's so pretty. I love it. I might end up doing this in a darker palette one day. I really liked knitting this. And it's very easy. And you can remember this pattern too. So both were great hospital knits. I definitely recommend them. If you go on vacation or in the hospital where you don't want to think about anything, definitely recommend them. So I'm going to go to my WIPS now. And one of my WIPS, it's in my Stay Sexy and Don't Get Murdered bag from Fat Girl Sewing. Funny thing is about this bag is that I don't watch this TV show or this podcast. Everyone's watching it. But I thought this was the funniest quote in the world. I love this. And when I bought this, I brought it home, and my husband read it, and he keeps saying it to me now constantly, too. So it's sad. We don't watch the podcast, but we're always saying the same. And I just love it. So I had to buy this bag when I saw it. I thought it was the funniest thing. And this is my Hito Feud cardigan by Hiriko Fatsui. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. And it is out of Doodler yarn, the squishy, and it's the navy colorway. It is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. 385 yards. I have 4 skeins right now. I only caked up 3. I don't know if I'm going to need all 4, but I have it. And this is basically just the sleeves. See the colorway a little bit better. Well, it's the body and the sleeves. It's basically going to be a no-sew cardigan. I think I have to do one more repeat of this, and then you put the two, basically take off the cast on and put onto a needle, and then you do a 3-needle bind off for the sleeves. So the sleeves are going to be like here, and then here, and then you just keep knitting this way, which I'm very excited about that. But I don't know, lately I've just been wanting to do stockinette. I guess I'm so tired from the baby and everything. This has been just sitting on my side. I've been forcing myself to knit this because I really want a sweater. I want a sweater so bad. And I just haven't really been in the mood to knit this, unfortunately. And I've wanted this for about 4 years. Since my first time in Rhinebeck, I saw the this on display, this sweater. So I'm hoping I get this off the needle soon. It'd be nice to be able to wear it before it gets too hot. My next project I'm not very happy with. It is the Doodler Shawl by Stephen West. And I'm having a problem picking out colors. That's what my problem is. The first color I know I want to use is, everything's all knotted because I have so many yarns in here, sorry. It's from Wool & Vine Yarns, her last unicorn colorway. And I'm doing it in the Wolke base. So it's a 4-ply yarn. It's so pretty, I love it. But the colors I had to do the contrasting was going to be this light pink. And when you look at the two colors in caked up, they look different. But when I was doing the lines in the pink, it was all getting like lost in it. I guess there's some pink in here that match it exactly. So that didn't work. Then I tried Goth Cake. Didn't work. That's another Wool & Vine yarn. Then I've tried a couple of grays. This one is Poe. I don't know if I want to do that. This is in the Blitz base. It is not in the Wolke base. I feel like I need a 4-ply yarn because I feel like the thin ones get lost. Also, I tried Clara from Sweet Sparrow Yarns. Everything was getting lost in this yarn. I don't know. I might have to change the color, but I really wanted to do it in this. I don't know. I don't know what color to put with this, honestly. It's so pretty, but I'm just having a really hard time with it. So I keep taking it apart and putting it back together, taking it apart and putting it, I don't know. It's just going to sit here, I think, forever. Maybe eventually I'll find something I want to do a doodler in, because I've been wanting to knit this for a long time. And Christy Glass was saying that she's going to do a Sunday knit along. So every Sunday you're supposed to knit on the Doodler Shawl, which I thought was a really great idea. And I've just been frustrated with this. So frustrated. So I'm going to put this aside for a while. And hopefully inspiration will hit me and I'll figure out what colorway I want to do with this. I don't know. But it's in my Jasmine project bag that I made. I love this bag. Okay, and I have a lot of WIPs. My whole thing right now, I've been trying to get rid of WIPs. So I haven't really cast on too much stuff. So another WIP I had was another project I'm not very happy with. This was supposed to be done really fast. And unfortunately, when I started knitting it, I messed up on the stitch count or something. I don't know. It's going to be the Cuffed Boot Slippers by Mary Maximum. And I'm using the Mary Maximum Titanium yarn. I think this is aqua colorway. And then dark gray is the other one. And they are 80 yards, 100% acrylic. Basically what you do is first you make an inside sole and an outside sole. I can't talk today, it's really bad. And I did it for both shoes at the same time. And then I did this much. But then up here I noticed the stitch count was wrong. I don't know where I went wrong. I don't know. So I'm thinking about starting the second shoe to figure out where I went wrong and then maybe pull this out to see if it's the pattern or if it's me, because I know the patterns at Mary Maxim, sometimes the stitch count, and they're not really written too well. But I had this in my stash for a long time, and I just wanted to get rid of some stuff. And it takes, look, this is just for slippers, and it's in this big bag. This is by Molly Klein Designs, and it fills this bag just for 2 slippers. So I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my acrylic yarns. So I might make a sweater in just acrylic just to get rid of it. So I have so much. Before I knew what good yarn was, I bought a lot of that. So that's aggravating me beyond belief right now. And it was an interesting crochet pattern, because you had to do this, you had to go underneath the stitch to crochet every other row, and I thought that was interesting. I've never done that before. So, I don't know. I'll let you know how it goes. Who knows? Another project I have had on the needles for way too long. It's crazy. It's been over a year. It is my hooded scarf, Anika, by Rita Mason. This is the first half. The reason why this is on the needles is I'm not really a cable person. I love them. I think they're beautiful, but I get bored very easily doing them. So I gotta be in the mood. So this is nice and long. And basically you increase over here to make the hooded area. And then you're gonna do a 3 needle bind off through some of it, and the other half you sew it, I think it said. So I'm now on the second one. And I was so upset because I picked this up. I had this much done, and I did about 3 or 4 rows, and then I realized right here there was a mistake in the cable. Yeah, that has been there for over a year, people. A mistake, and I never noticed it. And I picked this up a couple of times and just did a few rows and put it down. So I had to take the whole thing out and redo it. But on the upside, I got this far now. I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm on the 6th repeat right now, and you have to do 9 before you do the increases. So I'm almost done. I want this off the needles because, again, another big bag just sitting around. I'm really trying to get rid of these bags because when I put this up, I noticed I had 5 cubby holes of just project bags, which is ridiculous. They have so many projects on the needles just sitting there languishing. So this is my big goal, is to get rid of all my old WIPS, and so I cast on new stuff. Because there's 2 shawls I really want to cast on, and I think they're going to be done soon. Oh, I didn't put this in there yet. I'm hoping I can get that on soon. Because one is the Bumblebee shawl. I've had the yarn caked up for like ever for that. I really want to start that. And then the other one's the Surprise Shawl from Helen Stewart. So we will see if I get to cast that on. Okay. And that is all my WIPS. Sorry, I'm a little... Woohoo. Let me get a little drink. Oh, and I got this mug for free. Happiness is handmade. When I bought the yarn for the blanket for my son Justin. So I got really excited about that. I love knit picks. Okay, so since we're talking about things that have been on the needles for way too long, I will show you a shawl. I am so proud I finished. So proud. This is my Queen of Diamonds shawl. It is by Royston Spilett, and the yarn is the Maquita yarn, 50% baby alpaca, 50% tencel from the Alpaca Company. You can see how long this has been sitting in there. I think it's been on the needles for about 2 years now, maybe even longer. And you can see the labels all like, ugh. But this is it. The reason why this took me so long was all the beading. How insane is that beading? See it all? You can see it better probably from over here. So basically the original pattern goes to here, and then you do applied border. And I they said it uses 2 skeins of wool. I only used 1 skein. So I was like, that's a little crazy. I only used 1 skein. So when I saw her, I asked her, like, how come I only used 1 skein? And she said, oh, a lot of people were complaining about that, so we added another panel, which is this one. And that used up, seriously, the whole skein. Like, I did yarn chicken when I did that. This thing was massive. And I love how it came out and everything. I don't know if I should have just made it the smaller size. I would have been done a lot sooner if I would have, because when I was beading that last section, oh my god, it was over 500 stitches. It was forever. And each panel, I think there's 9 panels, no, 8 or 9 panels, I think it is. I think it's 8 panels, maybe. I don't know, but each panel had about like 6 or 7 beading in it on each row, and it was just forever to do. But it came out beautiful. This is such a nice, soft, silky yarn. I definitely recommend it. I loved working with it. I wish I would have, when I cast this on, I wasn't knitting too long, so I didn't really know about gauge very well, and I didn't know about wet blocking again. So I didn't realize that it gets much bigger when you wet block. So I was doing the iron blocking, and they don't increase that much with that. So I ended up using a larger needle than I should have. I probably should have used a size 5 needle, I think. And I ended up using a size 6. That's basically my go-to needle for when I'm knitting shawls, is size 5. And so I ended up using US size 6, 4mm. I mean, it came out beautiful, but the stitches would have been, I think, more defined if I would have done the 5mm, I mean the US 5. So, them's the breaks, I guess. I don't know. But I do love how it came out. It's beautiful. I can't wait to wear this in the spring and the fall. I think it's a little too heavy for summer, but the color, this is my favorite color, people. I love this type of purple. This type of purple and roses are my favorites. So I get so excited when I finally find something with that. But I don't have much in my closet that go with this. I don't understand why. It's my favorite color. And I don't have a lot of pinks and purples. I have mostly blues and greens I wear. I don't know why. Oh, speaking of blues, I finished another shawl. It is the Speights Shawl from Helen Stewart of Curious Handmaids. And I finished it. This was from her Shawl Society 2. I am almost done with both Shawl Societies. I think I have 3 more shawls to go. I'm very excited. And this yarn is gorgeous to work with. I want to make a sweater out of this one. One day when I get a lot of money, not a lot of money, but I wish I would get a lot of money. But when I get some more money, I'm going to buy this to make a sweater. Because how beautiful is this navy? Oh my god, it has specks of purple throughout the whole thing. It doesn't really come out in the... You can't really see it in the camera. Like, you see the lighter colors with the purple. But this one's just gorgeous in person. I definitely recommend it. It is from Seven Sisters Arts. Well, it's not dirty. Seven Sisters Arts. It is the Manchica base. It's 80% superwash merino wool, 20% silk, 400 yards. I loved knitting with this yarn so much. It's so soft, and it's very cool to the touch. It's going to be beautiful to wear in the fall, I think. I have not blocked this yet. This will get blocked, though, so I'll show it when it is. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and block anything. I'm trying to figure out which is the right way. Oh, I did show you the right way. Okay. I loved how it came out. Originally, I was going to do it in the green that Helen used. And then when I saw these yarns, I fell so in love with them, I had to get it in the blue colorway. I just had to. So that's that one. I finished also my Quadri Hat by Michelle Wang. It's in Villanvine Yarns, the Cocoon Base, which is Aran weight, and it's 100% superwash Blueface Leicester, 181 yards. So, and the colorway is Tea Leaves. The only thing is, I think this is too heavy a pom-pom. It's really like, I don't know. This is from Burnett, I think it is. And it's just like, it's really heavy. When I put it on my head, it's so floppy. It's insane. Like, I don't know what to do with this. I really don't know what to do with this pom-pom. I don't know if I should get a different one or not. I don't know. It's just like bang, bang, bang. And when you're driving, it hits the chair and you're like, boom. It's horrible. But I just love the little cable over here, and then it goes into a big cable pattern. I just love that the cuff is brought into the pattern, incorporated into the pattern. That's the word. And my hair is now a mess. And this colorway is gorgeous. Again, another colorway I would love to make a sweater out of. I want to make so many sweaters. And it's weird. I cast them on. I'm just like, la 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 la. Shawls, 1, 2, 3, they're off the needles. I don't know. Okay. So, my next FO is the Tulle Shawl from Helen Stewart. This is from her Knit Vent 2017. It's so pretty. This is from Artistic Lily Yarn. And the colorway is Baby It's Cold Outside, the Gotta Have Cashmere Fingerling, 385 millimeters, 400 yards. And it is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. I'm telling you, I want more Artistic Lily yarn. She has my color palette beyond belief. All her yarns are like beautiful and delicate. They're gorgeous. Definitely check her out. And I love the little beads I found. They're like little pink snow globes in it. So it kind of was nutcrackery because it's got like snow globes and everything in it. And I love the lace, the delicate lace down there. This was a really easy knit. My problem again was trying to get to the bead store to get the beads. Once I got to the store, it was so easy to knit. I had no problem with that. So, and I used, I think it was size US 6, 4 millimeter. Basically, as I said, I usually go down to a 5 millimeter when I'm knitting shawls, if they say 6. But I wanted to make this a larger shawl, and I used 2 skeins of yarn because of that. So it got a little bit bigger, which I was very happy with. And for my final project that I finished, this is going to be the doozy because it's a lot of yarns I used in it. A whole lot of yarns. Okay, this is my Land of Sweets cowl, again from Knit Vent, Helen Stewart Curious Handmade. And the colorways I have used for this is Jinx Yarn, her purple mini, Woolen Vine Tea Leaves, Art Yarns, I'm not sure what colorway this was, Woolen Vine Scrumptious, Sweet Sparrow Knits, Garden Rose, Witch and Fiber Company's Belle's Wedding Dress, Woolen Vine's Moondrop, Woolen Vine's Special Snowflake. This is the Cozy Knitter. It was like a mauve contrasting thing to one of her yarns. It's like a mini that came with it. This is Woolen Vine's Poe, Sweet Sparrow Knits, Sugar Plum Fairy. Is this Sugar Plum? Yes. This is Elm Tree Yarns Toasted Marshmallow, Woolen Vine's Tega, Once Upon a Corgi Mauve Tone, Woolen Vine's Figgy Pudding, Woolen Vine's Black Pearl. What was this one? Sweet Sparrow Knits Clara, Jinx Yarns, again another mini that was pink. This is a gift I got from my friend Katie. I'm not sure what yarn this one was. This one is Artistic Lily, Baby It's Cold Outside. Sweet Sparrow Knits, 9 Ladies Dancing. Fairy Wings from Woolen Vine. Pandora from Woolen Vine. I still think it's Pandora, right? Yeah, it's Pandora. And then Peach Fizz from Sweet Sparrow Yarns. This is my Land of Sweets cowl. I love how pastel-y it was. So I did that, and I did it on a US 3 3.25 millimeter needle. I have been wearing this constantly when I go outside. I could not wait to get this off the needles. My hardest problem when I was knitting this was basically trying to decide what color I wanted to put next. So it took me a while to do that. Alright, and I just want to show you a couple things that I got in the mail. I got from a Homespun house this yarn. This is from her December colorway. It's a birthday Christmas gift I got from my husband and my mother. It came finally. It took about like 4 months to come. I'm very excited about that. And then it came with this really cute little charm. So you can open this. I like how it comes too. It's in this. And there it is. And then my friend Katie bought me this as a gift for when I had my baby. Hot cakes, some Plymouth yarn. It basically, there's a pattern that makes a complete blanket from this, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to probably do that soon. I was thinking about making a sweater out of it, but I don't like making baby sweaters that much until they're like 1 or 2 years old, and I don't think that's enough yarn for a 1-year-old. So I hate that they grow out of everything so fast when they're babies, and you do so much work for it, and it's just a lot. I don't know. That's my personal issue with baby outfits to knit. So I usually end up doing a lot of blankets for them. And then I also received these Progress Keepers from who is it? Truffle Shuffle. And I almost didn't receive them. They got lost in the mail for about 2 weeks. I was devastated. And we were going crazy trying to find where they went to, and all of a sudden they just showed up on my doorstep. I was like, yay! So I got a little fox. Again, my favorite color, purple. Got pink fox too. Sorry, I don't know if you hear it. My son just came home, so I don't know if you hear the noise that he's crying in the background. He falls asleep in the car, and then he comes home, and then he's like, ah, really? And oh, I got a little Yeti. So my son loves Yetis. I unfortunately could not get the blue ones, but I did get a purple Yeti. So every time I knit with this, I'm going to think of my son Nicky. And then from Simply Serving, she had these really cute little stitch markers. They're like unicorns, and then the cake at the other side. So I got a pink one and a blue one of that. I thought they were so cute. And I'm not sure if I got these recently or not. But I just want to show them because they're really cute too. This is from Sugar Tots and narwhals. I collect narwhals and unicorns basically. So I got a pink narwhal. And then I got my favorite color, the lavender narwhal. So that is all I bought. And the one thing I have been doing, which I've been wanting to start doing again, was reading. So I'm very excited. I finally picked up books, and I'm trying to read about a book a month. I used to be able to read about 2 or 3 books a month. And last year, I just completely put it to the side. I was knitting constantly, and I loved that I was knitting, but I felt like, where's my books? And I would start a book, and I'd read about 100 pages, and then I'd be like, I'm done. Bye. See ya. So now I decided to finish some of those books. So the book that I did finish this year so far was this one. Sophie Kinsale's Shopaholic and Baby. I used to love these books. I don't know if I just changed because I'm not, I mean, I used to be a real shopaholic. Like, I used to be like, I have hands, so therefore I need gloves. So therefore it's a necessity to buy. You know, like I was one of those. And now I don't look at things the same way. Like, the only thing I buy now is yarn. Like, I haven't bought clothing in I don't know how long. So when I was reading this, I just wasn't feeling connected with this. Also, I prefer cozy mysteries, I think, when I read. So I finished it. I did like it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I used to. So I was very disappointed about my enjoyment factor on that. And then another book I'm reading right now, because everyone keeps talking about it, is The Court of Thorn and Roses. I like it. I'm not obsessed with it like everyone else is. I think I need to go to a cozy mystery. I think that's my next book coming up. But as I said, I've started reading and I stopped reading a lot of books recently. And I really just want to get rid of some of them. I know I've been reading, what's that last one in the shades of gray thing? Gray Free or something like that? Oh my god. I have been reading that for about no, it's been longer. It's been 5 years I've been reading that. Because I was working at Bloomingdale's still, and my friend gave it to me to borrow. She has a lot of books, so I don't feel bad that I have that one book of hers. She has a lot of my cozy mysteries that she has. But I've been trying to read that book since then. I read the first one I read pretty fast. Second one I got bored, a little bit bored with, but I finished it. This one I can't get into, and I know the movie came out. I want to read it before I finish the movie. I think I'm only 100 pages in. I don't know. So I got that. Then the Tales of Rodolfo, I think I only had 100 pages left of the book, which that was like 800-page book. And I just stopped. I don't know why. It's just sad. I have all these books half done, so I really just want to pick them up and finish them. So that's my goal this year. 1 book a month. I know I'm already behind a month. So hopefully this month I'll be able to read 2. Again, if I pick up one of my cozies, it will go really fast. I know it, because I just love mysteries. And also, did anyone see the, what was it? Murder on the Orient Express? It was so good. I definitely recommend everyone looking at that. But that is it. I can hear my son coming. I just want to introduce you to someone. If I can get him out. He's sleeping. Probably going to regret doing this. Aww. Can I get you? And there he is. This is my son, Justin. He's up. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi to all the viewers. Say hi to all the viewers. No? Okay, he's very tired. He has gorgeous blue eyes, though. That's, again, why I wanted the blue blanket. And, oh, I forgot a project. You know that? I forgot a project. Yes, I did. Do you know that? Oh, eyes. Eyes are open. Okay, I'll let you go back. I'm sorry I bothered you. Don't cry. I can't believe I forgot this project. And I want to show you these bags. These bags are awesome. These bags are from Utterly Adorable. Again, utterly adorable, her bags. But she's the Valentine's Day sheep one she had. Then she came out with St. Patrick's Day one. And now I got the Easter one. I love them. I love them so much. And in my Valentine's Day one is my Windesmere shawl. And here's my son. Oh, you got Minions?
No.
No? Alright.
No.
Windesmere shawl. I'll be right there, okay? Nikki, just give me... And it is out of Homespun Yarn, Split Base, Lady of the Lake, 75% superwash merino. Nikki, 1 minute. Superwash merino wool, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, 438 yards. My husband took my son to the mall. He's very excited. He got the pie game, I think, with Minions on. I don't know what the heck. I think the pie splats him in the face. I'm not playing with him. I'm not. I don't like getting dirty. But I did the whole bases. I actually took it apart and did it in a bigger needle size. Again, this was a 1 skein yarn. And I like them bigger, my shawls. So. And look at this. It's so pretty. Look at that. It's like little fins. Can I get it? Let's see if I can get it better. I can't believe I forgot to show you guys this. Little fins. I was knitting this for like ever. And I got so excited. I finished the whole shawl. I just have to do the applied border. But I don't think I have enough yarn for this. So I'm very upset because of the 2 colorways I have are very different. I want to see if I could buy this one more time. If I can do this. And get it in a darker. See if she has a dye lot that's darker. If not, I'll just do the one I have caked up. And I'll use this in another shawl. I love this colorway. But I just have to do the applied border, and I'm done with this one. Another one that has been on the needles forever, and I will be finished. So that is my goal. And that is all I've done. That's all I've done. God, how many projects is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects I have on needles, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things I finished. Yeah, that's all. I'm insane. I don't think I'm going to be doing too much knitting right now, because I've been so tired that I pick it up and I put it down. So we will see how much I get done from now on. Lack of sleep with a baby. It's not fun. It's not. But definitely check out these bags. They're brilliant. Alright, so that is it. And I hope you enjoyed the show. If you liked it, please press subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye!